What's going on? What's going on? Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. I guess it's back on. Maybe. Um, Made a previous video about everything that was going on between those two, and I said one of the reasons why I believe that the fight was going to happen was just due to the fact that Tyson Fury, he has contracts. He has a contract with obviously with Top Rank, and he has one with ESPN, and the main part is with ESPN. Who basically controls Top Rank at this point, and ESPN has they made an agreement with another network in Fox, and the last thing that they want to do is to go away from an agreement like that. It makes him look really bad. It makes him look very unprofessional, and he puts him into a space where you know that that company could not do any more dealings with you. And they also have the same parent company also, so that brings Disney into it. It would not be a good look whatsoever for them to do something of that nature. um so I didn't see that happening. I just could not see a situation where that would be the case. Now, Tyson Fury and his team at first had said that Deontay Wilder had no legal recourse. There was nothing that they could do when it pertained to this fight. And I guess he did. Deontay Wilder put out paperwork, and where there's a portion of that contract that dealt with mediations. And once he did that, that December 5th fight from Tyson Fury was supposedly supposed to have, it disappeared. It went away. Now they try to say that Tyson Fury camp tried to say that it was only part of the reason why they did that cancellation was it had to do with Deontay Wilder and with the papers work that he filed. But they said, quote, all the other reasons was because I guess with the venue they had to start at a certain time and this and that, which is all BS. A bunch of stuff that you would have figured out a long time ago. Okay, when it pertained to that. And I'm sure that's not the only goddamn venue in the UK. I'm sure they could have found another one. And they said also because that they quote couldn't have fans, but I guess in the UK you can have about 1,000 fans. But I don't know because they did go into a lockdown. I believe it actually is being lifted soon actually. So yeah, I guess they could have like 1,000 people or whatever it is. And Eddie Hearn hasn't had any issue even setting up fights. He did it at his house. And I'm sure what's it called? It's one of those dudes have a nice little mansion where they could do the fight in their backyard too if they wanted to. So that's just what it is. So, the fight didn't happen, and I believe also the main reason is because of this. Basically, it's almost like an injunction, like, depending on what the arbitrator says, what they say goes, pretty much. And it's a situation where his camp also said if that judge says that they have to fight Deontay Wilder, then they're gonna fight down. They're gonna have to fight Deontay Wilder next. You know, so we went from there's no legal recourse he can take, and there's nothing that he can do, and they're moving on regardless. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. To now they're saying that okay, if this person says that we have to fight him next, then we're gonna fight him next. You know, and a big part of it is also I'm pretty sure if they were to decide not to, I'm sure there's going to be very big financial repercussions. Forget about Tyson Fury, that I'm sure Top Rank and ESPN would have to deal with. Because I'm pretty sure Dante Wilder and his team was just like they were smart enough to have this stipulation, this contract when it came to this mediation type of thing. They also, well, I'm sure, was smart enough to have things set up where Tyson Fury can't just go and hide in the UK and they can't get their money. I'm pretty sure they have something all set up where it's tied to somebody, it's tied to Top Rank, probably tied to ESPN, and set up in a way where they would be good if it came down to that. So they're supposed to be making a decision soon. I guess the moderator or mediator, whatever, the judges are supposed to be making a decision soon and letting that be known. I expect that decision to be said, say that he must face Deontay Wilder and he must do it next. Some people are saying that maybe they believe that something might be said where, he can fight an interim fight and then after that fight Deontay Wilder. I don't see that happening. Anything can happen. He could quote get it. He could quote do a fight and quote get injured. He could lose. Tyson Fury is known for fighting down to his level of competition. You saw us fighting a low tiered guy. got his face split open in a fight that actually should have been stopped. If it was in New York or any other state, it would have been stopped besides Vegas. You know, anything of that nature can happen. He could actually get legitimately get injured, and also due to his mental state, you don't know how long he's gonna keep focused when it comes to that. You know, we saw he went into his little coke binges and drinking and weight gain after the Klitschko fight. You know, and that rematch never happened. You know, so I'm pretty sure all that would also be taken into consideration. So I guess we'll see in the next couple of days, the next week or so, when the moderator makes their decision and says whatever they're gonna say, and then we'll see what goes on after that. But me personally, I'm seeing this fight probably happening. I'm sure Top Rank still wants to wait. They want to make sure they can get as big as crowd as possible. So I see them probably doing this fight probably in like a place like Texas, you know, and doing it probably in the first quarter of next year, whether it be January, probably February or March. They might mess around and wait until May and do like a Cinco de Mayo or something of that nature, and maximize the amount of money they can make off this fight. But that's what I expect them to do. And Tyson Fury's team said that they don't want to face Wilder at all. They said what they want to do is they want to fight, whatever low tier opponent they're trying to fight. And after that, they want to go into Anthony Joshua fights, which makes no sense also because Anthony Joshua's not going to be around available for a while anyway. He has to do his fight with Pulev. If he wins that, he still has to do his WBA mandatory when it comes to whatever that damn cruiserweight is. I don't remember his name right now. Whatever. Came up, was undisputed. I don't know why I don't remember his name right now, but I don't. The Ukrainian guy. He has to fight him. Okay? And that man made it clear that he ain't doing no step asides, no nothing. Period. He's not doing it. Okay? And he wants his title shot. So that's what's going to happen anyway. And that was the plan all along for Eddie Hearn and that side of everything, regardless, anyway. So this whole fight that they were trying to hype up the fans with, all the pipe dream was something that was never going to happen between those two. But hey, man, we'll see in the next couple of months. 2020, which is crazy, going into 2021, which I believe is going to be a wild year too. But for now, like, subscribe, share. I'm out.